it's me, Erin. Thanks for joining us on the More Love podcast. Do not tell Rebecca, but this podcast is about empathy. She likes people to think she's dead inside, but the truth is she's a big-time feeler who has truly helped me uncover that empathy is my superpower. Oh, here she comes.
Hey, bestie.
Hi, love.
What are you doing?
Oh, just getting ready to host a podcast.
A podcast? About what?
Life. Our life as best friends, who are more like sisters.
Ah, yay! I love us, and I can't wait to share our stories with the world.
Especially the ones that involve us pushing each other, right? To be our most authentic selves.
Oh, man. Okay.
It's so loud.
Legit fart face. That was legit.
That was for real. Scott, did you hear that?
What?
You didn't hear her gigantic fart when you started the...
No, thankfully I didn't.
Hilarious. See? She went to do the face, and I knew it. It's coming.
Good thing there's incense and a
wafting
candle.
the
I wish I did
incense.
put the fan in there.
She's wafting the incense.
I mean, this is a good one.
That was not how I was going to start
That'll
today's
teach you
session.
for getting the old Dunkin' on the way in.
We got the Dunkin' today. Mm-hmm. At what point does Dunkin' contact us and say, hey, we'd like to
Sponsor.
give you some free Dunkin' or
20,000
something?
downloads per episode.
How many?
Per episode?
20,000 downloads per episode.
Stop it.
Okay, guys.
Is that
Help
for
a
real?
girl out.
That's roughly an industry kind of benchmark.
Come on.
For corporate sponsorship of that.
20,000 per episode?
That's nothing for the biggies. Come on.
That's true. They
You
have,
guys
like,
could do
they have
that.
like millions. That's why they have
Whatever.
all the cool stuff.
Whatever. What, like Joe Rogan?
Yeah. He's like a big deal.
You're not allowed to say his name in the studio, by the way.
We're not?
No.
Why?
Trademark? Copyrighted?
No, because I don't want
you
anyone
don't-
saying his name in
you
my
don't
studio.
like him?
I'm just kidding. I'm totally
You
kidding.
hate him?
No.
You hate his guts? You
no,
met
I
him
don't.
once?
I'm just joking.
Oh.
I'm trying to be controversial.
Oh, thanks. Thanks. Because we don't have enough of that already today. Yep. Let me tell you how I was going to start today's podcast. I was going to say all the hippie voodoo shit is on hold for right now.
Why?
Because something happened this morning.
What?
With me and Scott.
What?
And so this new episode of More Love is now called Empathy Real and Raw with Erin and Scott. And what's about to happen is Scott made you stay in the bubble the whole time.
Oh,
okay?
geez.
Because what's about to happen right now is I'm going to go with Scott the way that I usually go with you.
Oh.
So he's going to have to
He has to feel it.
experience
Oh, here we go.
what just happened
good
this
luck, buddy.
morning.
Good luck, buddy.
And you can just provide commentary
Can't
along
wait.
the way.
Can't wait.
Okay? Mm-hmm. So, real
More
and
like
raw.
in facial expressions.
Empathy Real and Raw with Erin and Scott.
Okay.
And
Take one.
take one. You ready, Scott?
There will be
you got your
only
text
one
messages
take.
open?
What's that?
You got your text messages open?
Oh, you did this through text?
Oh, just wait.
So I made a little video of it. If do you want to play that and then commentary or
You made a video of what?
of our text messages?
No, you didn't.
I did.
Scott, are you kidding me?
I'm not kidding.
Scott, I cannot wait.
You just changed the whole dynamic
Don't
of you
build
getting
it up too
berated
much.
by Erin.
What do you mean? I cannot. I have so
All right,
many
so-
thoughts and feelings.
So it's basically just me scrolling through the texts. Mm-hmm. So you'll have to try to commentary. Hopefully, I didn't scroll too fast.
Okay.
No,
Because
you
there's a
probably
lot of
didn't.
text. There's a lot
Okay.
of text in the
This is
short
all took place
15,
this morning
20 minutes that happened.
before 8 a.m.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
This is before 8 a.m., 'cause it is 9
Oh,
a.m.,
sure
just so
was.
everybody's
we're
clear.
talking. We're talking 6:45 this morning is
Stop
when
it.
this
You'll
started.
notice at the top of the video it says 8 a.m. because I was recording the text at 8 a.m.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Guys, I wasn't even awake.
No, you and your blackout curtains.
Me and my kid gets herself on the school bus.
Right.
Was
She didn't
Rick
say
awake?
goodbye.
Was he watching you?
Who?
Rick.
I told you.
Rick.
Rick's the ghost.
My father-in-law.
That's uncomfortable. Oh,
Erin's like, who's Rick? She got real mad. Like some guy was in
Why is he in your house?
Rick's,
He's coming through the portal.
Rick's the new neighbor who just sort of hangs
He just
around
goes
all the
around.
time.
No, I told you I got rid of all my bedding and now everything's different.
Oh, right.
Oh, good.
Right. I said no hippie voodoo shit in the beginning. I got to talk about this.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Okay, listen, Scott. If you're going to play the video, or the video of the text messages, that's fine. But you got to be prepared to pause it because I have to talk about it.
Yeah, we can pause.
Okay.
Although I don't have it set up for me to be in the bubble when we're watching it.
Oh.
All right. How about you guys?
Do our hippie voodoo shit while you...
Yeah, just little like set. Let me
set
do.
the
Let me
intention.
let me
Here we
make
go.
that real quick, and
Here
you
we
guys
go.
can talk.
Of course,
He needs time.
This is what happens. Yeah,
I get my way.
Sure. Why don't we do? Why don't you know what? No one
Listen,
cares.
you farted.
Absolutely.
We gotta...
Go ahead. Go ahead, Rebecca. Take over. Go ahead. Lead us down the path today.
I'm just setting the intentions. It's probably going to set you right up for your conversation.
I forgot to start the timer again, so got to do that thing so I can make sure that your
Next
40
client
minutes
is on time?
No, your 40 minutes of voodoo ridiculousness starts now. Go right ahead.
All
and
right.
then let us know what else you'd like to talk about
the-
today.
I got it ready.
Right now?
Yeah.
Already?
Yeah.
Well, now
Okay.
I'm all over the place. now I'm a mess.
Now
All right,
it's
go ahead.
just a disaster.
Okay, I need to set the stage. Okay, so unlike you, I try to plan in advance for what we're going to talk about on the podcast. I understand it's a privilege to just show up with your really long flannel that I've
Listen.
never seen anything like that in my life and show up.
I need to tell you, I fully recognize how much you do.
Thank you.
And I very much
Thank you for
appreciate
saying
it.
that.
You nail it with the promotion. I literally do nothing. I show up. I say some things. That's it. I don't know anything about when you post stuff. I know nothing
So
about. I don't even have the logins to the Facebook. You do it all.
In the radio industry, you know what that is?
What?
You're the talent.
Who? Me?
Rebecca.
I cannot. Of course you are.
I'm not saying.
Whatever, Scott.
I'm not saying.
here, you guys. Why don't you guys have a show?
I'm not saying that you're not the talent, but
That's my.
Aaron,
okay.
Aaron, you're the. All right, hold on a second.
She's the brains and the boobs.
Well, I wasn't going to say the second part, but the first part, yes.
She's definitely the brains.
What?
There
So,
is no.
so with most radio shows, you have the brain, right? The driver, the host, the main person, the owner, right, of the show.
That's you.
And then there's the talent. Now,
And then there's the slug.
when you say that's the talent, that is a derogatory term.
Oh, good.
Sorry,
well, that makes me
sorry,
feel
Rebecca.
better.
I don't mean to burst your
That
bubble.
makes me feel a lot
but
better.
it means that that's the person that shows up and just is themselves,
Yeah.
and their talent is what they have to offer,
That's it.
and that's all they need to offer.
No, that's
that's
all
all
you
they-
got.
all they need to do.
Yeah, that's all I
It's
got.
not quite all she needs to do, but it's all she's gonna do.
That's all I got.
And
don't
I know
have anything
that,
else.
so I'm not even gonna bother with
And of
the other
course,
stuff.
it's all in good fun because you're both awesome. So,
But
let's move on.
I do very much appreciate. I've told you this in private.
Yes.
I very much appreciate.
Thank you.
All the things like
it's a lot.
I'm very aware.
It's
It
a
is
lot.
above and beyond.
And
It
yesterday,
is-
when I sent you an email,
did.
and I said, "Would you mind going into the Facebook group
don't know
and
how to do that.
posting the story, the Tooth Fairy story?" By the way, I made you this image, and also
it was very cute.
Could
You
you
did
please?
that?
I sure did. Well, on Canva.
Lady A didn't do it.
Nope, I did it. I did it myself. I did it myself. But I'm like, could you post this? And could you put, the minute I sent that, I'm like, she's not going to remember to do this.
I flagged it and
she's
put it on
not
my
gonna
calendar.
do it.
And then I talked about it this morning when we came in.
I'm going to have to do it. That's what I was thinking. But I'm like, this is my attempt at delegating. That's what happens when you delegate to the talent. Again, as I was saying, I really like to come prepared. Okay. And I have a whole backlog of content and stuff that we can talk about. And I can pull that out of my bag of tricks the entire time. Okay. But today I decided that there was going to be some videos that we were going to watch. And when did I decide that? Today at 6:30 a.m.
Okay.
Okay. So I send a lot of emails at 6:30 a.m. Sometimes it's 5:45 a.m. Like my entrepreneurial brain is firing on all cylinders real quick.
Oh, yeah. You're a
morning
Right?
person.
Very much. Like, I got to do this.
Same.
So you too?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So I fire him off to Scott. I said, "Hey, Scott, sent you a couple videos on Messenger. I think half the message was even on Messenger. I'm like, hey, could we watch these two videos today? And then I switched over to text message, and I'm like, oh, and then the next two videos, could we do these?
Then you
as
emailed.
well?
Then you did a phone call.
Yeah, right. So I basically say, I have to scroll up here. I basically say, can we do these videos today on the show? And I started with 4 videos. Okay. I sort of changed my mind halfway through. That's part of the story. And I said, we're going to go with this one first, this one next. I sent 2 to you in Facebook Messenger. I sent 2 to you in the text, right? Again, I'm not thinking at all about the fact that we are in here at 9 a.m. I'm just thinking, I got some videos we got to show today because I'm a little behind. I got to make sure that we're all set. Okay. And Scott sends me this message. Now, Scott, here's part number 1. I'm going to read the text message as I read it. Erin, read it in my brain.
Now, keep in mind, I was taking my daughter to school.
So you're texting and driving?
No, I was not texting and driving.
But
you know how I feel about that.
Whatever. So, no, but then I was
waiting in line
Scott,
to drop her off.
to say your version of the story. Because here's the framing around this. This is why this is so important. This is why we're starting with empathy, real and raw today.
Okay.
This shit happens all the time for people.
Oh, yeah.
No one ever talks about it.
Okay.
So we're going to do a behind the scenes, real and raw of what's happening in real time on both my side and Scott's side.
And you didn't warn him this was happening?
No, this just unfolded. It just unfolded. Okay. You mean I didn't tell him today?
Yeah.
No. I did say to him, be prepared. We have your text
Yeah.
messages up. Okay.
Oh, welcome to
What
my
was my
world,
response
buddy.
to that?
So I say, we're going to go with this video, then this video. I sent 2 to you on Facebook and then 2 to your text. Okay. That message was sent at 6:54 a.m. 6:56 a.m. Here's the text message in Erin brain.
Voice. Okay.
For future podcasts, could you make sure I have them the day prior? It's easy to pull the videos, but it's time consuming. And you guys are in early today. Thank you.
I would.
And I was afraid that was how you were going to interpret that
You
as
see my
well.
face right now?
I know. But you know what? He has every right to say that.
Listen,
He's in charge.
we're going to get there.
Oh, okay.
We're going to get
See,
there.
I skip all of it. I
Okay.
just go right there.
Can we stop on my feelings for a minute?
No one cares.
About that text message, Scott. That's how I read it. Could you please read the text message as you said it? Like what was going on for you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
Let me get back to it. Hold on. Let me scroll for an
Do you
hour.
really love the part at the end that says, thank you?
Well, yeah. Well, here was what I was thinking. I'm glad I didn't write thanks because that would have been even worse.
No, thanks would have been so much better.
Really? I agree with him. Thanks would have been worse. Thanks is like,
Thank you. Let's
Thank
be
you,
a little
thank
formal
you is
here about
thank
you
is
getting
respectful.
it together.
Thanks is dismissive.
Agree. I agree with him.
So and because I was in the car, I couldn't put a smiley face emoji because that's what I wanted to do.
Why not?
Because I was like busy.
I can't. Nope. Next.
I also
Nope.
didn't have my glasses on, so you're lucky that there's
Cannot.
English in there at all.
Cannot. Okay, please read it the way that how you sent it.
For future podcasts, could you make sure I have them the day prior? It's easy to pull the videos, but time consuming, and you guys are in early today. Thank you.
See how much nicer that was?
Mm-hmm. This is why writing is
This
dangerous.
is why. I'm telling you, this is the behind the scenes.
Oh, yeah.
This
Wars
happens all
are
the
started from
time.
these texts.
Oh, yeah. And emails, all of it.
Okay, so then this is what I say. First, I send, what emoji do I send?
Oh, boy.
Yeah,
like the nervous one?
The anxious whole shit.
The
How long did it
nervous-
take you to think of that one?
Oh, real quick. That one just flew right off the fingers because that's exactly how I was feeling. Okay. And then this is what I say. Yes, sorry. Also, we can just do these next time too if it's easier. Because this is what's happening for
You're
me.
all anxious.
I'm like,
And I could pick up on that. So I'm like, I will try to get them done for you.
no, that was the worst. That was the worst. Okay. So here I am. And I'm like,
What I should have said is, oh, don't you worry. Don't you fret, darling.
no. I am like, okay, we can just do them next time, right? Because I'm like, I got all these bags of tricks. It's completely fine. I can do something else. Oh my gosh. And then the empathy sits in. I'm like, you ass. It is 6:45 in the morning. Scott has to be in here at 9 a.m. Who are you that thinks you're the only thing he has to do this morning? You don't know how long it takes to post those videos. Get off your high horse and tell him we're going to talk about something else, right? So then he says, I will try to get them done for you. And I'm like, oh, no.
Now the guilt. The guilt.
Oh, God, because here's what I know about Scott. Scott is customer service oriented.
Right.
Scott's going to do it.
I know.
He's going to do all the things.
Yep.
Okay. He doesn't want to, or he does want to, but he's just so strapped for all these other things he needs to do. He's going to do whatever he has to do to get these videos done. And then I'm like, oh my God, I feel not okay. Not okay right now. To the point where Scott, when that part came up, now I got to switch little applications here. I remember a song, Taking Back Sunday, with a quote in it that reminded me of how I felt about you in this moment with these text messages. So then I had to pull that up, right? This is one of my favorite song lyrics of all times. If this does not capture me and also Scott in this moment.
You sent this to him?
No. I'm just
okay.
talking about it now.
Okay.
Taking Back Sunday, you're so last summer. Okay, here's the quote. The truth is, you could slit my throat, and with my one last gasping breath, I'd apologize for bleeding on your shirt. If that is not me in one quote, okay? And then I'm like, that's Scott too. Scott would be like, you know what? I'm real pissed I got to do these videos because you gave me 15 minutes to do it. But you know what? I'm going to do it for you.
With a smile, Daniel.
With a smile, because if you slit my throat, I would apologize to you. I'm really sorry. I'm bleeding all over your shirt.
Yep. That's so true.
If that is not it,
100%.
so then I did that. Then I had that, right? So I say it's totally fine if it can't be done, right? Because I got to be like, let's level set here. Let's level set. I have other things that we can talk about. And then this part will not surprise you at all. What do I say next? We appreciate you no matter what.
I'm surprised you didn't say, would you like a coffee? I'm stopping at Dunkin'.
I know. Right? So Scott, when I said we appreciate you no matter what happened to you? What happened for
I
you?
gave you a big shit-eating grin emoji.
Yeah. And then physically in your body, what did that feel like for you? When
What?
I was like, we just appreciate you no matter
Of
what,
course
Scott.
that made me feel great.
Oh,
and I
see.
knew it anyway.
You did?
Yes, of course, because I
Okay.
know you. I know the both of you enough to know that any of this that's happening is not, I'm not going to take it the wrong way. And I was hoping that you wouldn't take it the wrong way too, you know, because I'd do anything.
I know.
And
That's
it was
the
just,
problem.
And then I got to protect that.
and for
Right.
me, it was just a matter of time. It was like, I can do these videos, but I have to record them in real time. So if they're long videos, I can't speed it up. It has to, you know what I mean?
One of them
And-
was 39 minutes. It's fine.
Yeah,
I only
one of
I
them-
to do a
said,
39
no,
video?
I just want the first minute. I just want the first
I'm
minute.
We're getting there.
No. Okay.
Oh, you mean this all
So
transpires?
then- oh yeah.
There's
right?
more.
So then
Oh.
he sends the smiley emoji, and as soon as he sends the smiley emoji, I'm like, okay, I'm breathing. He's not mad. He doesn't hate us.
Okay.
He's gonna let us come back. And I say, you know what? Let's just take out that first video. We don't need that first video. We'll just do the other 3. Then I have a moment of panic because I'm like, he probably already did the first video and now I've wasted his time.
Oh, yeah.
I've wasted his time. He probably already did it.
Meanwhile,
now.
I'm in the car. I've gone 500 feet.
Okay, fair. Yep. Classic. This is what happens, right?
Yeah.
What happens in our brain versus
Sure.
what's happening in real time. And I say, then I have to double down. Oh, and by the way, if you don't have time, I already have my backup plan. And then I say, by also the way, this is me spiraling. And then I send a meme
Oh, a meme.
that says, abandon ship, abandon ship. Okay? Okay. And then what happens for you, Scott?
Now I got to the office. By this time, I got to the office.
Okay.
So then
And which
I
is, let me
respond.
see what time we're at. 7:27.
Yeah, 7:27. Haha, I just got in, so let me see. Lots to do before 9 a.m. today, so I'll try and bang these out first. The one with the dog I did a few days ago when you sent that to me, so I think we can get these done. There are 2 in total, right? I thought you sent me 3 this morning, so I was freaking out. Oh, wait, you did send me 3.
Okay,
Ha ha ha.
pause. I thought there were 3 this morning, so I was freaking out. And then I'm like, there was 3. Oh, no. So now I know he's played the card that he'd be freaking out if there was 3, but now he thinks there's not 3, but there is 3. And then he realizes in that moment, oh, there is 3. So he starts with, oh, wait, you did send me 3. Thank God. He put the ha, 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 ha. Because I was not ha 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 haing. I'm like, oh,
And I know, and
no.
I didn't want you to think that I was upset in any way. So that's
why
why
you
I
have to
put
put
that
the
in
ha
there.
ha ha.
Yeah, right. And that's what I need, Scott.
if he
I need
didn't,
the ha,
you'd be like,
ha-has.
oh.
And then I need the, you're so silly. And then I need the funny, like the laughing
Right.
faces
You
or whatever.
goof.
Because when he, you good goofball. You're a goofball. Because when he starts with, in the future, thank you.
I knew as soon as I sent that,
Oh,
I was like,
so
that was
curt.
that
there were
was
so
not,
many periods in that. It wasn't good.
that
It wasn't
was
good.
not- At least I didn't put any exclamations.
Yeah, right.
Oh my gosh. So then I sent him the videos, right? And he says, can you call me? Pure panic. I am sweating like a whore in church. It is not okay.
Oh,
I'm
wait,
like,
you
can you
skipped
call
a
me?
bunch.
What am I going to tell you? Yeah, because I don't want to tell her what the videos are about.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah,
yeah,
I
yeah.
got you.
So then I'm like, oh, okay, can I call you? But I'm like, I don't think he needs me to call him. I just think he needs me to order this for him. Video 1, video 2, video 3. So I sent him the videos.
I like how you assumed what he wanted to talk to you about.
Well, was that what you wanted to talk to me about? It was, thank God. Okay.
I just thought it would be easier than texting back and forth. If
And
you
I could
just,
not talk on the phone at that moment. I was a mess. I was an absolute mess. I'm like, pull it together, Halligan. Get it together. Video 1 at this time, video 2 at this time, video 3 at this time. By the way, if we don't get to the videos, it's still fine. I still know what we're going to talk about. Okay?
No pressure.
And then he says, you didn't send me this one video.
You mean like it didn't attach?
He didn't know that I had sent it on Facebook Messenger like weeks ago.
He had to go
So
back
I'm like,
into his.
it's in
I had to go
Facebook
back.
Messenger. LOL, ha, with an exclamation point. Ha, 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 ha. Then he says, oh, that's back before the cat and the dog one, which was like way back, right?
he had
So
to
I'm like,
dig it.
ha, ha, yeah, I just post it here again though, just so you have it, okay? So I said, we can just do those 3 today. In that order, please. And then in all caps, I say, if you have time. And then what do I send? A hyperventilation, May. Okay. So at this moment, Scott, you feel like we're on good terms? We're good at this point?
yeah,
Like,
and I also know that you're flipping out about this,
Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
feel bad that you're flipping out about it because
Yeah.
it's not a huge deal.
yeah, right. But it was for me.
Yeah,
And so I said, okay, only the first minute of those other 2 videos, because one was 39 minutes, one was 16 minutes. And he said, okay, future dash a day beforehand, and also either all in Facebook or all in text.
I mean, combining them into one area would be easier.
smiley face,
this time
heart.
he sent a smiley face, and then he sent a heart.
See? That was just, hey, just making it easier for me. If you want me to nail it out in 20 seconds, try to give me a,
So he was real
Handhold
clear. He
me.
had to double down on that.
I
Like,
mean-
just so we're real clear, if I didn't say it before,
Right.
day of ain't working for me.
right,
Okay.
right.
And also maybe put them all in one place. Okay. That's what I heard him say. So I say, oh, I'm real clear now how this is going to go down in the future for my own mental health. Right. And then I sent the laughing emoji. And then I say spiraling. He says, okay, hang on.
I ha-ha'd that one.
You did? Oh, yeah, you
the
did.
real
You
clear.
ha-ha'd it. Yeah. He said, ha-ha, yeah, the room is spinning. Cold sweats. And I'm like, oh, no, he's still not in a good place. He's still not in a good place. I said, for you too? With all of the question marks and he's like, no, I'm fine. I'm just joking. I'm not. I said, I am not. He said, no need to feel all that. It's all good. I said,
Why
well,
do you
thanks.
say it? Why do you read it like that?
That's,
Like
oh,
I'm-
how did you mean that one? Yeah, this is what he said. No need to feel all that. It's all good.
I mean, no need to feel all that. It's all good. That's how I
See
said
how nice
it.
that was? That was really nice. And I say, well, thanks. That just took all those feelings away. Thank you. All gone.
Did you mean that?
No, that was
And I
sarcastic.
picked up on your sarcasm.
You did pick up on my text sarcasm. I appreciate that. So he said, exactly. And then he says, just, yes, like everyone says, just calm down. And I said, yeah. What's your problem? Just calm down. Those were all in quotes, right? So we picked up on each other's sarcasm, which was good, right? Because he was basically like, there's no need to feel that way. Like, we're all good, right? And I'm like, yeah, except me. I'm over here taking an Ativan. I'm going to be late today.
Which will also
Anyone
put him in a
having
tizzy.
marijuana? Not okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely have to give me more time for that one.
So that happened today. Scott put those up on the scrolls. So then when he said today that he had time to do a scroll video this morning, then I'm like, he had time to do a scroll video when he made me feel bad about not having time to do the other 3 videos. And yet he threw a 4th in there just for fun.
Hold on. You skipped the part.
Which part?
Where you said you have to have this text message exchange up for the podcast because you know we're talking about it.
Oh my God.
And my response is, oh, Jesus.
So you put another demand and didn't even realize it.
I just meant he needed to have his phone next to him and be able to read it like
You
I
didn't
just
clarify.
did.
You didn't clarify.
I didn't mean we had to do a full production, but then he did. I made another demand. I didn't even know it.
What's my business?
I know.
Production.
I know. I just meant like,
Tell me you
hey,
want something up for the podcast. That shit's going to be on video with a
I mean, that's
with a music bed. Can I play it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
please
Let's
play
do. Please do.
That's legitimate. We don't think about that.
What, the other person's point of view?
Yes.
I know. I seriously just meant have your phone next to you so we can talk about this today. Because I basically said I have all the feelings about it and we're going to talk about it.
Yeah.
All right, smoke them if you got them. Oh,
I won't look.
She has no clue. It's totally fine. There it is for future podcasts.
I love the music. I feel like I'm in
really
Disney
love,
World.
I know. I really love the music. Yep. I'll try and get them done for you. Oh, look at here comes my Mayday. Abandoned ship. Abandoned ship. This music could not be any better. Yep.
because this is what's in my head while this is going on.
That's funny.
Is it? Not me. Mine's like some Megadeth
Wait, I was
show.
gonna say let's have Erin's version.
Well, yours is this.
Yes.
All right. Well, you get the point.
That's great.
Yes. So thank you for processing that with me, Scott. But what I was going to come in today, I was going to be like, okay, Real and Raw with Erin and Scott. We need to put all of the voodoo hippie shit on hold because if we don't watch these videos today, we're not allowed back.
Okay.
Done.
That's fine.
Donezo.
That's fine.
Okay.
Which is also funny because we have to do at least one hippie voodoo shit
What?
because you always are nailing it.
Okay. What is it?
The
is it my
oils.
chakra oil?
Yes.
Okay.
Did take out your blue. You said blue today.
This one? My rubber rock?
You're right.
My rubber
You're
rock?
rubber rock.
What's
so
this one?
is apropos, right?
Yep.
Did you notice I brought that back in?
Yeah, right. Whatever that means.
So this is the fifth chakra, and it's deep within the throat.
The throat.
It controls the vital areas around the neck and mouth. It is the center for expression and includes listening, as well as verbalization of our emotions. Is that not apropos?
Oh, wow.
Thoughts? Or, I'm sorry. This is black on blue. Wow. Includes listening as well as verbalization of our emotions, thoughts, and feelings. Alignment of the chakra improves our ability to express in a higher form of communication.
Can't.
With the confidence to authentically speak what is truly in our hearts and minds. You need this real bad.
Wow.
Every time you freaking
Scott, you need some oil?
Yeah, right.
You need some oil? I took
good.
you on quite the journey this morning.
I mean, you might need some. So is that not interesting?
That is, I know.
Every time.
It's
So now
fascinating.
that I don't know how many times I've done
and
this
people
now.
don't know that what I do is you come in and
say,
you
what
put
color are you
all
feeling?
of these and you say, what color do you want today? And I just go with whatever color feels good to me.
And every time.
Yep.
And
nail it.
And then we're doing the boho escape because you need to like clear your mind.
And it was like mango and coconut, which is very
What's
pleasant.
boho?
Yep. Boho.
Yeah, it's really nice.
It
And I
also
got my
helped when
rubber
you
rock
It
here.
also helped when you farted. I could just waft it.
Just waft it my way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So set your intention. Guarantee it.
I can't. We got to do the videos.
That's fine. You can take 1 second. I won't do this. I won't do the.
You can't do that
I won't
yet.
do it.
I am so anxious.
All right, just do
we
the
gotta
intention.
do the
I gotta
videos.
see that it lines up with this.
Okay, it will. It will.
See, she's doing a random card.
Okay. I am happy right now. I know that I do not need to wait for 5 p.m. on Friday to be happy.
Yep. Yep.
That's right. I'm happy
Clear it
right
all
now
in.
because I processed all my stuff with Scott.
Yep.
Real and raw with Erin and Scott. And now
right.
we're good.
Yep. That
I
smells
still
good.
can't get past the 20,000 for one episode
Oh, to be Dunkin'
to get
Donuts.
myself some free Dunkin'.
And I don't know what Dunkin' is, but that's kind of like an average around.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever. Well, you know, I will say real quick, then we got to get to the videos,
Okay.
I swear.
Okay.
But what I will say real quick is we are about 50 listeners away
From our tattoo.
from the tattoo.
Tattoo?
We're getting a tattoo, Scott, when we get to 1,000 listeners.
Yep.
We are 50
But did you-
listeners away.
Did you tell everybody what I've decided my tattoo is going to be, which is hilarious?
No.
So I know we got to get to the videos, but real quick. So I'm pretty sure the tattoo is going to be, because I love flowers, is going to be my birth flower, which is in December, and her birth flower, which is in January, because the running joke is I'm a whole year older
Except
than her.
it's not a joke, it's the truth.
and we're both Capricorns. So I want to get both of our flowers with the Capricorn sign. And I looked up the flowers, and hers is a carnation, which is actually one of my favorite flowers, and mine is the narcissist.
The narcissist, also known as the narcissist.
The narcissist. I died. I said it to her. I go, of course this is what it is. Anyway, so that's what I'm thinking about. So that might be a thing.
You guys should get a teardrop tattoo for every 1,000 listeners. That you have.
yeah.
Can
Right
you
on our
imagine?
cheeks.
Yeah, it'd be and then while I'm drinking my Dunkin' Donuts at 20,000 per episode, my whole face is just tears. Yeah. So this is a big milestone for us. I don't think we ever thought we would get to 1,000 listeners.
3 people.
And yeah,
Me, you, and your mom.
Right. And then we're literally 50 listeners away. And today on the Facebook page, I accepted 20 invites.
What?
From people, of those 20, 18 of them, neither one of us knew.
How do you know I don't know them?
You don't. You only have 3 friends.
Oh. You're probably right. It's probably true.
Yeah. And these are from people all over, like
the world?
Colorado,
Stop.
California.
We're reaching. We're like,
We're reaching.
Coast to coast,
We're
baby.
reaching. So some things are happening here.
I mean, maybe Dunkin' Donuts. Let's manifest it.
I know. Let's go, guys. Please.
Where's our vision board?
How do they help us, Scott? They like, share, rate, and review.
Rate and review.
Because
and
when you
review.
rate
That's the
and
most
review,
important.
that means more people
Yeah.
See it?
get information about it because
Great.
you've
The
provided.
platforms really want interaction. So they want people to go and if people take the time to review it and write about your podcast, then it's worthy in their eyes.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
So please
Who we
make us
hiring to do that?
worthy. Please make us worthy. Guys, go in there. Just write some random
You
shit.
can always try T-Hose. I think you only need 6 downloads for them. I'm
What's
just,
that?
I'm just kidding.
What's T-Hose?
Timmy Ho-Hos.
Oh, Timmy Ho.
Oh, that's hilarious. I'm sorry, we can't switch.
I know.
I mean, we do have a price, so
That's true.
you know,
That's
I'll
true.
switch it up if I need to.
I have a little battle with the Tim Hortons that's up the street here. So we'll talk about that some other time. Let's move forward with your show. I've hijacked enough of your show this morning.
We're now doing the videos.
Okay, which one?
And I think you need to be in the bubble for these videos or when they come back on because you're going to have to help us process these.
Okay, we're just processing like normal.
So
Okay.
this part I don't think has anything to do with empathy. If you can find some way to bring this back to empathy, I'm going to be like, you really nailed this. This is great.
right.
So this is what happened. I tend to find these videos that I like and then I send them to Scott in all the places, text, Facebook, wherever. And I'm like, okay, we'll play this one. This one will be coming up, right? So I'm scrolling up. I see I've sent Scott 6 or 7 videos and we've not played any of them because I've forgotten about them.
Right.
And one of the videos at the very top is this first video he's going to show. And I've watched it, no joke, 12 times. I still can't figure out why the heck I asked him to play this video.
Is it about alligators?
No, I know those come up for me a lot because I can't stop myself from watching those on the Facebook Reels. I can't help it. And then they all come up, that and gender reveals. Oh, I don't know. I can't stop myself from clicking. I just have to watch those two things.
Okay.
So this first one, I have no clue why I sent this to Scott, but I thought, there's something about this that Rebecca's going to have all the questions about.
Oh, you want me to ask the questions?
So then that took me down a rabbit hole of the next 2 videos. Okay. So we're going to start with this one. This one's going to feel a little random, but just so you know, we go some places here. Okay.
I do not like this.
I knew it.
I do not like this. Why are they wearing gloves? Why is it all rainbow?
Wouldn't
Why does
you
it
wear
have
gloves
glitter?
if
Ew, why is it so big? Why is it popping? What is that weird sound in the background?
Yep, I knew. I
don't like
every part of this.
Why are they wearing gloves?
You so well. So for those listeners who are only listening and who are not watching, which you can watch us on the YouTubes.
Oh, yeah.
But if you're just listening, that was a video of this slime that they are piloting. And it is like the most...
Piloting? You mean like trying it out?
We're trying it out. Yeah. And they were looking for people to name it, to name the slime. And it's this beautiful iridescent purples and yellows and greens and whatever, but it's this gigantic vat of slime. But then she's got these black gloves on. And she's folding it and popping it, and she takes one out, and it looks like a breast implant.
I was going to say that! I was gonna say, does that look like a silicone breast implant? I didn't say it, but that's what I thought in my mind.
Yeah. And I had all the feelings about it when I watched it. So my guess was that you also were going to. And all those questions you just fired off, 100% knew you were going to ask all of those. Why would I have picked that video? What does that have to do with anything?
I don't know. Other than it's freaking weird. I need to know what the person, was that a man or a woman doing the slime? I need to know what they look like. Were they wearing glasses?
Interesting.
Were they wearing one of those suits so you don't get the slime on it?
Why do we have the gloves on?
I don't know. Where are you? Are you in your kitchen?
It should be okay to touch the slime.
Are you in like a...
I don't think they're in their kitchen. This isn't like
a chemistry area?
No, I think they work at a factory.
Ew.
Here it is again. Look at it in the bin. What don't you like about it?
I hate slime, number one. I do not let my kids have it.
Sticking its hand in there.
That's gross.
I want to do that.
That's a man hand.
So bad. No, it's not. It's definitely a woman hand. Look how pretty that is. It's holographic. There's the boob implant. Listen, do you hear the sound?
It's slightly sticky. It's not really slimy.
I don't like that popping.
I don't like that at all. Ew.
Yep.
No.
Right? I knew you wouldn't like that. And thus, we are at the last 2 videos.
Oh, great. Things I'm not going to like either?
I knew it. So this took me down a rabbit hole. You're going to have all the feelings and thoughts about every single thing associated with this.
Here we go.
Good evening. This is Marie again with you.
Why are you so quiet?
And this video is going to be fully dedicated to your relaxation.
What?
In this video, I'm going to use my 3D microphone.
Your what? 3D microphone? Where'd she go?
For my presence with you in this video. I'm going to be creating different things around the viewer.
What is she doing?
Yourself to hopefully fall asleep faster.
What?
Make you feel
what is she doing?
At peace and
I hate her. This is so uncomfortable. This is like an OnlyFans freak show. Ew! Why is she doing that with her eyes? Why is she coming closer? Why is she going like this? What the fuck? Now she has a hairbrush?
I truly enjoy the sound of it when you run your fingers over it.
Ew! I cannot. Ew! am so uncomfortable. I want to throw up.
What did I text you about that?
And what did I tell you, Scott?
Yep.
What did I say?
I said this video makes me violent. And she said Rebecca's going to lose her mind.
Why is she like that?
What is the name of this?
ASMR.
ASMR.
Ew.
Have you ever heard of ASMR?
Yeah, my kids do that.
What does that mean?
It's like sound. It's like this.
What do you mean they do it?
They make fake videos and they unpackage their stuff and it's like the crinkling. It sounds. It's really freaking weird.
Autonomous sensory meridian response.
It's really weird. I'm like, what are you doing? And Sawyer's like, ASMR. I'm like, that's weird. Don't do it. Ew.
Yeah, it's people going all the time.
It's all kind of, it's just sounds and
Why?
weird. Like they'll take pill bottles and shake. I don't know. It's supposed to be calming. I think people do it when they're high on drugs. I don't know. That girl clearly was trying to
Do you want to know how many views that video has? 16 million.
Yeah.
Why?
I'm not kidding.
Because they like it or because they're like, she's weird?
She's whispering.
Probably a bit of both.
She likes to
Why is she going like this with her face into the microphone?
Because
said
that's
it's a
part of the
3D
experience.
It's a 3D microphone, so she was trying to do left and right, which isn't going to work.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
She was trying to, when she was talking to the one side, she was trying to talk into the left ear, and then she moved to the other side and tried to talk into the right ear.
Oh. Well, she's a fucking
Through
idiot.
all of the downloading and everything, we kind of lost the stereo quality of that video, but that's what she was attempting to do.
That one's 39 minutes. Can
Of her
you
just doing
imagine
that?
39 minutes of that?
That one's the 16-minute one.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, this next one. But don't do the next one yet. We're not done processing this one. I knew you were going to hate every second
Why
of
is she
that.
smiling like that? Why does it look very sexual? Why is it so quiet?
I was
Why
reading
was the
about that.
background like that with her blonde hair?
Yeah, this is keep going. Yeah, I know you got more. I know you got more. You
can't.
do this all the time.
I don't like it.
You are judgy Judgerson of all of this stuff.
Judgers.
And you want to know, you and Scott don't like it because when she uses her soft tones, it makes you guys uncomfortable.
Very.
Because you're like, that's vulnerable. That is
It doesn't make me uncomfortable. It makes me angry. It's
It
annoying.
makes me
even
feel
better.
icky.
It's
even
annoying.
better. You're all uncomfortable and Scott is violent.
I do not like that. You liked it?
No.
Oh, just checking it.
No.
Because if you did, I got to go.
I did not. I don't like that whispering thing.
No.
I don't like that you're being so nice. All I'm remembering right now is that the OBGYN story, and you're like, do you like when they caress your boob? I'm like, no.
No.
Slap that thing. Boom, boom.
Yeah.
Like, I do
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
like when you're being like, just nice and dainty.
No.
Ugh.
No.
Don't like that.
No. When Philip lately caresses
What are you
with
about to
his
say?
fingers like on my back, I'm
family
like,
show.
that's gross. I don't like that.
Oh, yeah.
I don't like that
I know.
feeling.
You don't like the soft touch?
No.
Yeah.
Ew.
Yep. And that's why you didn't like this? That's why
No.
you didn't like this woman.
Very uncomfortable.
But what is it called again? ASMN?
ASMR.
ASMR. So the very first time I hear about this is literally 2 Fridays ago when I'm at the fair with Ryan. And he's talking to me about ASMR and how it helps him fall asleep at night. And I'm like, what the heck is that? I immediately thought that was something sexual.
Of course.
So he plays me a couple videos of it. And one of the videos is a slime video. So they take these things like your kids do and
Yeah.
do all of this stuff.
Why is that? What's appealing about that?
I don't know. I guess that there's just these noises, and these noises help calm different parts of your insides.
Wrong.
No, it's just some trendy crap that the
agree.
young kids are doing.
It's dumb.
Here's my favorite part. So I have all the questions for Ryan about this, right? We continue to walk the fair, and completely out of nowhere, he's like, there's also this gay guy that does ASMR, and the gay people love him. And I said, what is gay ASMR? He's like, well, it's kind of sexual. You know, like he slaps his nuts on the microphone.
Oh my God.
How is that gay though? I think some women would like
What,
that.
you want that?
No.
You need that in your life? You need some...
Slap your
That's
nuts
just
on the microphone.
disrespectful
on the
to the
microphone.
microphone. Jeez.
What does that even sound like? Scott, do it for us.
I'll throw the mic down the stairs. That's probably what it sounds like.
Oh my gosh. So then that led me down a whole rabbit hole. I had a lot of questions for that too. But the fact that it just came completely out of nowhere, like we were done with that conversation, is like, by the way, there's also gay SMR.
I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of things we don't know about.
And you don't want to know.
I took this to a place where I'm like, I'm
going to look into it.
I'm curious how much people make doing this thing.
It's true.
So
It's weird.
I got all sorts of noises. I cannot. Oh my God. I'm just imagining immediately right there. I'm thinking about my brother and how he used to just do the armpit farts.
Oh, yeah.
All the time.
Yeah.
I feel like that might be a good one.
Probably.
Someone should probably do that.
That's old school.
You could clap your thighs together.
I
I'm
could.
sure people
I just
will
gotta
love
walk.
to hear that.
I just gotta walk.
Yeah. Right. Right.
Wear corduroys.
Oh my God. This is fun. We could think of all the fun things. We have tons of stuff. One of the things I hate that you do is when you drink out of your cup with your ice and the ice hits the side of the cup. I can't stand that.
Oh.
If it's on the side of a styrofoam cup, get out. I will punch someone. Cannot. Oh my God. This needs to be a comment thread. What's it called again?
ASMR.
What are the ASMR sounds that are like completely off limits for you? Cannot do it.
Chewing while on the microphone. Chewing while talking on the phone.
That's why I took out my gum.
Oh, she chomps her gum something fierce.
All smacking gum. Yeah. My wife hates that.
And you know what? Just classic for our relationship. I can't tell you how many times I've said to her, how's that gum? We're both enjoying it. And she doesn't care. She keeps chomping it.
I need it.
So here's the part I can bring on about empathy, right? 16 million people either absolutely love this woman or are so fascinated by this woman that they've watched this video. And it just goes to show there's people for everyone. There's times for everyone, right? You might not like it, but
Other people do.
somebody does.
Right. I mean, that's true.
And then there's this next video, which is another form of ASMR.
Oh, good. What does that mean? Another form.
So again, went down the rabbit hole today. We started with the slime. That's like just pretty classic, right? Then this woman's really popular in the ASMR space. And then there's this whole nother niche of ASMR. Go ahead, show her the video, Scott.
Hi,
Is it the same woman?
my name is Allie, and I'm going to be your esthetician today. Now, this is your first time here with us, correct? Great. We're so happy to have you, and we're going to take great care of you. No! So I just want you to sit back, relax, enjoy your facial. And is your seat comfortable? Is it at the level that you like?
No.
Great.
I said no.
Before we begin, I am just going to walk you through the steps of today's procedure, just so you know everything that we'll be doing.
This
Go
is
ahead
a 39-minute video.
and sanitize my hands first.
Just getting lotion up.
I can't.
So we're going to do a series of services, skin services. I'm going to start with just a basic cleanse.
Have you ever had your
Exfoliation.
esthetician talk to you this softly before?
I have never had an esthetician.
Tone and moisturize. And once we've gotten through,
I've had a
Why are you still doing your hands?
anesthetician I've had. But that's a little different, I think.
So
Is that the same woman?
listen, she goes on to do these things. I wish I could do it for you right now. So she's looking at you, right? Even though it's not you, you're just the camera. And then she starts doing this.
With her
Do you
mouth?
hear this? Can you hear that?
No.
Whatever. Pretend you can hear that. She like starts to do these fake esthetician moves where she's like pushing your scalp back and doing these things, but she's doing it to the camera as if she's doing it to you.
That's so weird.
It's like point of view videos.
I don't.
So essentially and they have doctor ones, they have esthetician ones. So it's like this role play scenario where you are in the doctor's office getting your ASMR fix because they are doing all of the sounds as if they're doing it on you.
Are we clear this is why we have a mental health epidemic happening? I'm not kidding. We are, as a society, not okay. This is not okay.
Why? It's all clean fun.
Nope.
Why?
Get out there and do something productive with your life.
Well, I bet that woman
This is probably
makes a
why
lot
people
of money.
don't have jobs. They got to stay home and get fake facials. I can't. I cannot. Nobody's working at, I can't go out to eat because they're going to be staying home doing their fake facials because it's free. They don't have to pay for it.
And they just like the noises. They don't need the facial benefits.
Nope.
They just like the sounds.
Got a lot of feelings about this.
Do you think there's a dentist version of that?
Probably.
Yeah.
Get off her lawn, damn it.
Weird. I don't like it at all.
You don't like it. Why
No.
not?
'Cause I just told you why.
No, what's it make you feel inside?
That angry.
Okay, tell me more
go to
about
a
that.
therapist. You need
Why do
drugs
you feel so angry?
Because it's not normal.
Okay, say more about that.
That's weird. I don't like it. It makes me uncomfortable. I think it's weird.
Which part's
Get a
uncomfortable
life.
for you?
The fact that people watch that and the fact that she's doing it. What makes you think this is a good idea? Not a good idea.
Every day, folks. This is every day.
I'm holding it back
Every
because
day.
we're on the live air.
I know.
Got a lot of feelings about this.
I know.
I do not like this at all.
Yep. And you're angry
Get
for
a real
the
job.
same reasons. Oh my God.
Get a real job. Go.
You are angry for the same reasons that you protect your empathy. You want people so badly to be their best selves.
Yeah, that's not it,
To do
honey.
something productive.
That's not it.
To just really realize their full potential.
In
and
society.
you see someone doing this.
Right.
And you are like, waste.
Oh, yep.
Waste. And I don't like that for you. And I don't like
Right.
that for society.
Right.
And now we're all impacted. And I'm going to need you to get it together.
Right. If you're a real esthetician, go get a job.
Yep. And here I am like, you know what? Good for you.
Mental health.
Does that make you feel good? Are you doing a service for people? You're not hurting anyone. There's people who like that. Good for you. You're making a living off of that? I'm the fool. I go to work every single day, sometimes on the weekends, when I could just be doing fake facials.
Yep.
I should let my esthetician Danielle know.
I know. You could.
What exactly is an esthetician?
They
do
wax,
Facials.
facials,
Oh, okay. So it's spa stuff.
Skin related.
skin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes they do eyebrow tattooing, things like
Yep.
that.
Yep.
No.
So
No.
those are today's videos
No.
that I had to have Scott prepare for us.
A lot of feelings. If you'd like to know more, you can DM me privately.
And she
I'll tell
might
you
or
the
might
truth.
not get back to you.
That's true.
Do you think people will be as angry as you are about it?
I don't know. Scott, how do you feel about it?
Yeah, and
Are you with me? Get a job?
No, I
No,
don't
he's not going to go
necessarily-
that
I
far.
don't
He's nicer
necessarily-
than you.
He is nicer than me. That's true.
He's
I think
borderline
it's that some people are able to make a living doing that. I think is odd, but good for them.
It's not the person doing it making a living. It's the people who are watching it.
Oh,
Yeah.
You guys have problems.
really?
Yes. It's not her. She's freaking weird. You're right. That it's like being an actor, whatever. It's the people who are watching it.
Really?
Yes. First of all, I have a problem with
I
people who
love
watch
those
YouTube
people.
in general.
I love
Really?
those people.
That's
Absolutely
like
not.
that's like 7 billion people.
That's the problem. That's a problem. People get sucked into that and they
Why do you hate that they're doing this? They're not
that
hurting
they're watching
anybody.
it because
Yeah.
they're not doing anything else. They're becoming, I guarantee you, they are lazy. I guarantee you
Wow.
oh yeah, I have a lot of
What
feelings
about
about
people that watch TV?
it. Same thing. Constantly?
You don't watch TV?
Oh yes,
Are
I do
you
watch
anti-TV?
No, I'm not anti. I just feel, especially with the younger generation, I get very concerned that they see this and then, the number one aspiration in high school students is I want to be an influencer. Yeah, good
Right.
luck with that.
No,
That's a
I'm
problem.
with you on that one. I don't think I want to go as far as to say that everybody that watches YouTube is lazy.
Not everybody. But I guarantee you, if you were to do some research,
Here we go.
you would see.
Here we go. What else? What else you got?
I have a lot of feelings.
Let it go. Let it go here on the podcast.
Nope.
I just did a poll recently, and more people feel like they relate to you than they relate to me. So, because here I am thinking to myself, more power to you. Did you find something that actually calms your sensory whatever and makes you feel good and you're not hurting anyone? And so, yeah, we're crinkling some bubble wrap. We're doing a fake esthetician thing. We're playing with some slime. More power to you. That's great.
I will say that the part that I can kind of agree with where I think you're coming from is, like, for instance, when somebody in my business, somebody turns up in town who's now doing video production and they're just out of school and their parents bought them $100,000 worth of gear. And they're like, here you go, off to business. And you look at other people who have been in the business for 20 years and worked really hard to get what they have. And now they're being put out of business by these kids that are, their parents just bought them all this new gear and said, go up, go do it. It's like bootstraps kind of thing. It's kind of like, that's not fair.
Do you relate to that?
I don't relate to it, but I can understand it because we've had this conversation. I very much value higher education for a lot of ways or a lot of things. It was the best part of my life. College, I really value education, all of that. But at the same time, I'm totally fine if my kid doesn't want to go to college. That's a big shift for me. Because I don't necessarily think having a degree or having that kind of experience has to shape your life. So I can relate, but then I also see another point of view. But for me, aspiring to be an influencer if you're able to do it, great,
but there's no learning. There's no discipline in that.
Right.
You're not studying to be better at something. You're just
there are some people who are millionaires. And if that's your value, I don't value money. For me is not a driving factor. So I don't know.
I have a lot of thoughts right now. Let me try and unpack this because the two of you, I swear to God, this is my new full-time job.
Well,
it's incredible. Okay,
make sure you unpack quickly because we're running out of time.
We are? We have 8 minutes, right?
Sure.
You started late.
We don't. No. Why did we start late?
You started the timer late.
No. Remember, accountability is important to me.
I started the timer late.
You came in with your extra large flannel on 11 minutes later. So let me just say this. I'm hearing Scott say that he struggles with the fact that if you've had to work for something, it in some way means you've gone through the ringer, you've figured it out, you've earned your right to be there.
Paying your dues.
Pay your dues, yes.
Right. And if you have not done that, you don't have that grit, you don't have to have gone through that it in some way cheapens the experience for those who did.
100%.
And what I'm hearing you say, which is, again, really in keeping with what I know about you, is be of value and make it count. I don't care what you do, but don't just take up space. Don't just do something that is meaningless. I need there to be some oomph behind what it is that you're doing.
Which is why I'm not mad at the girl doing the weird stuff. I'm not mad at the person doing it. I'm mad at the people watching it.
Right. Because in your mind,
The
you're
enablers.
thinking they are not making... In your mind, you've painted this picture that all they do all day is sit at their computer, watch this happen. They don't have a job. You've created this narrative, much like I did with Scott this morning, about what they're doing. It's very possible that a business owner like myself wakes up at 5:45 in the morning, turns on their ASMR bubble popping, gets in the shower, and then takes off for the rest of the day.
You're absolutely right.
You would be okay with that.
Yes.
So it tells me it's not so much about the people that are watching this. It is the stereotype associated with the fact that whatever this person is putting into the world seems to have very limited value and limited ability to make an impact. And that the people who are then consuming that information or consuming that sound must not have a whole lot to offer. And that's what bothers you at the end of the day. But I would urge you.
That's a judgment.
Exactly. Because I would say that's not necessarily the narrative. To full circle it right back to what happened with Scott today. Me thinking that that was his narrative and him saying I was in line dropping my kid off at school, right, is essentially how our brains process things, how we get drawn to conclusions, how we make judgments, and how that can be coming off as lacking empathy. And I think people with a tremendous amount of empathy, what we do is we approach things from a place of curiosity.
Agreed.
Where we are constantly reserving judgment because we're like, that's so fascinating. Let me know more about that, right? Now, I don't know if that's empathy or if that's me being a mental health professional. Those two things could be separate. And according to Scott, we don't have time to process that today. But I do think that those two things could potentially be separate, right? Because as a mental health professional, I am taught we reserve, we remain a blank slate. We are not, judgmental, or if we are judgmental, we notice that judgment and then we question where that judgment is coming from, because often it comes from a sense of ourself, not the person in front of us. That's what allows me to sit with people at their absolute darkest hours who have experienced or who have caused really horrific trauma in their life. Right? You wouldn't be able to sit with that if you were just constantly in a place where you were like, whoa.
Yeah.
Right? Because
that's a good point.
Right? Some of the things that I have heard and seen are really, really challenging. So there is an empathy related thing, but your goal is to constantly reserve that empathy and dive quick into judgment because you don't want to have to process every single day all of the nooks and crannies associated why someone's ASMR journey is what it is. And that is a problem for people with a tremendous amount of empathy is we'll hang with that all day. And then we've done a whole 50-minute session on ASMR and we're like, well, I guess we did talk about empathy a little bit today.
I mean,
so
there you have it, kids.
There's
you
where
have
it is today.
There you have it.
And that's how you take ASMR and turn it into empathy and vulnerability. Hey, Dunkin'
Cheers.
Donuts. Maybe you should contact us.
Fabulous.
We're done, Scott. We're done.
I loved that.
Me too. Isn't empathy amazing?
Well, we're amazing. I don't know about all this empathy stuff.
That's fine. I accept you wherever you are.
Oh, God.
I love you.
I love you too.
And if you love us, please like and subscribe to More Love, the Power of Empathy podcast, wherever you get your podcasts.
See you next time.